What is up, ladies and gentlemen? We are here right now, and I'm gonna go over how to go 12-0 in Battle Royale, okay? Now, you may not do it first try, but if you use the tools that I'm gonna show you right now and the ideas that I'm gonna tell you about right now, you will eventually get there as long as you practice, all right? Now, I struggled in BR last year, but I was super impatient. I just wasn't... It just wasn't really a thing for me last year to just sit down and be able to go 12-0. I would choke a lot of bad things were happening. Now this year I found a lot more success in Battle Royale. I'm not sure what it is. I've just focused more. I know that earlier in the season and earlier in the year that it is important for me to get a lot of stubs because I want to do debuts for you guys. So I've been locking in and I've been getting the job done. I already have 3 flawlesses in the first 3 weeks, or the first 2 weeks technically. And I plan on doing many more, and hopefully I could get a 12-0 with this run. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first show you how I draft and how I go about it. I'm going to tell you every single thing that goes into my mind when it comes to picking a certain player, whether it be the diamond rounds or the common rounds, their strategy throughout the whole draft, and you guys will see how I utilize that. Do not be afraid to redraft. All right, that'll be my first lesson for you guys. If you do not have a team that you think you can go 12-0 with, don't even waste your time. Just forfeit your entry. It's only 1,500 stubs, but your time is much more valuable than that. All right, so make sure you have a team that you just are confident as all hell in when you go into a game. All right, so let me show you right now. We hit Battle Royale, obviously, enter 1,500, go to the draft. In the first opening round, you got a starting pitcher. You're never gonna pick a starting pitcher ever. You're never gonna pick a starting pitcher in a diamond round. You're rarely ever gonna pick Goose Gossage. Now, the thing that you need to know, we are on all-star difficulty, okay? It's on all-star difficulty, so a guy like Goose Gossage should be good. And if this was on Legend, I would say pick a relief pitcher every single time. But you can only use them once every couple games because of the stamina. So the bullpen, these guys aren't usable every single day. And on All-Star, every pitcher is pretty easy to hit. So you don't want to waste a high pick on somebody like this. Ernie Banks is one of the best cards you can get this early in the year because obviously there's not a ton of guys to choose from. But shortstop is a very kind of rare position to get a really good guy at. At third base, you can get an infinite amount of glitchy value guys. So getting Chipper's good, but if you get a guy like Ernie Banks, that opens up the door to get a bronze Miguel Sano, a Yoan Moncada, and Eduardo Escobar, a bunch of guys at third base that are glitchy that could be used just as well in BR pretty much. So Ernie Banks is a very good pick. We focus on power a lot in that round. Now right here, Jake McGee. He was a very good pick last year because he had a sinker and a slider. This one has a two-seam. I'm assuming his two-seam moves pretty similar to his sinker, hopefully. CJ Cron is a good a good bat to have, but there's so much value at first base that you don't really need to go here yet. Wilmer Flores, damn, they kind of made him kind of bad. So right here, I'm going to boost up my bullpen because there aren't a ton of usable lefties. So Jake McGee is definitely a good guy to get right there. Right here, Anthony Santander. Getting a switch hitting bat in Battle Royale is huge. You always have the platoon advantage, especially a guy like Santander. His splits are just even. Plus, he's in right field with gold fielding, and he's just got a really good swing. I focus on guys that have decent power and good swings. All right, so Anthony Santander is definitely the move here. There's also Tommy Canley. I look at guys like this when it comes to pitching. If a guy doesn't have a sinker or a cutter, I kind of try to stay away from him. So Anthony Santander is the sure pick right here. Right here, David Price. You get a lefty who has a cutter. It's good value at bronze. I always make sure if it's a bronze round, if there's a bronze lefty reliever, I usually take them unless they just have a horrible pitch repertoire. So David Price is a great pick right there. All right, we're at another diamond round. This is our second diamond round. So Manny Machado, he plays third base. He could also play shortstop at a gold level. Albert Pujols, his primary position is left field. He's got good hitting attributes. And then we have Griffey, who plays center. I'm going to go Griffey because, like I told you earlier about position eligibility, Manny Machado plays primary third base. If I pick him, that rules out my chance of getting Sano right now, Yoan Moncada, unless I get them later in the draft. Ken Griffey Jr., there is not a lot of crazy center fielders, and plus it gets me a lefty in my lineup. So I'm definitely picking Ken Griffey Jr., and I'm happy about that. Okay, Cody Hewer, he is a bronze reliever, but he has a nice sinker and he throws a hard four seam. This is a good guy to get. Brossow is also good too. Not sure if I can explain his name right. As a bronze hitter, this guy's awesome. You got good hitting, I mean, decent enough hitting attributes versus righties, and he murders lefties. He absolutely murders lefties. So right here, we are going to go, Hewer does have outlier, doesn't he? Yes, he does have outlier. So that means his sinker exceeds the 95 threshold by, I think, 3 or 4. I think he throws a 100-mile-per-hour sinker, or even more than that. Definitely gonna go Cody Hewer here. That's a good value guy to get right there. Just a quick thing before I forget, common rounds. That's the one that you see 2 all the way to the right of the bronze picks. The common rounds, always pick starting pitching if you can. Always pick it. Okay, we're gonna pick this bronze starting pitcher. Obviously not gonna be using him too much, but he does have a cutter, and we can kind of punt right there. Common pitching. If you get 2 common pitchers out the way right away, it's awesome. Now, right here is a very, very good pick. We get Salvador Perez, and he's playing up. Make sure you guys are paying attention to the inside edge where the star is in the bottom right. 5 is the best, 1 is the worst. Salvador Perez, very glitchy swing, very good BR card, and catcher is a very thin position as well. So getting Salvador Perez here is absolutely huge. This draft is going perfect so far. I do want to see what pitches he has. Oh, okay. So yeah, Salvador Perez is an easy pick right there. Right here, I think we're just going to go starting pitching, punt right here. You're not going to use your starting pitching very much unless you get like a Dustin May, somebody like that. Okay, I really like Alex Dickerson, and I'm batting 600 with him. He plays left field, another lefty. I'm picking Alex Dickerson. That's easy. Now I can pick CJ Cron and literally just platoon him with Alex Dickerson, as long as I have a backup outfielder. Wow, Kyle Seager's attributes are really good though, and he has reverse splits too. So if somebody puts in a lefty, you're actually at an advantage. My thing is I have a couple lefties already, and I don't like to have too many lefties in my lineup, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick CJ Cron because he's good against both sides as well. Blake Trinan, one of the best relievers you could get in the game. He has a sinker and a cutter. These are the pitches you're looking for when you're looking at your bullpen, okay? So Blake Trinan, easy pick. Very easy pick. Right here, okay, this is a little tougher one. He's playing up a lot. Brian Anderson's playing up a lot. I've never used Brian Anderson, so I'm not sure how his swing is. I'm not going to pick Cesar Hernandez, even though he's a switch hitter. Okay, now I'm glad I'm doing a tips video because I just thought about it, and I'm not going to pick Brian Anderson. The reason for that, like I said, there's a lot of value at third base. We could get very good third baseman. I'm going to get a reliable starting pitcher, a guy that has a little bit of stamina, a guy that I can start if I need to eat some innings. We're getting Jake Arrieta. TJ Antone is really, really good. Like, he's actually really good. This is a really good bronze pick to get. Yeah, we're getting TJ Antone. That's a good guy to get. Oh my God. What a round. Shane Green is one of the best pitchers in the game. Sinker, cutter, just like I told you about Blake Trinan. But Brandon Lau is insane too, man. My lineup's so good right now that I'm going to prioritize my bullpen. I'm going to get Shane Green because he's reliable. He's going to get you outs, man. He's absolutely going to get you outs. I just got Zach Britton, a very good lefty reliever. We have 3 good lefties. We have 4 good righties right now. This is the worst gold round I've ever seen in my entire life. We're going to get Chad Green. I mean, this is just a gross round. Definitely a gross round. Now, it's not that gross. Chad Green's a decent pitcher, but it's just like, okay. Oh my God. We have a team right now, boys. I'm picking Glaber. Glaber has the power that we're looking for in any second baseman. Right here, we're gonna pick anybody, and then we're gonna prioritize third base on third base. Let's see. As you can see, I'm gonna have to use a common round. This guy's gonna end up on our bench. We're gonna pick Wyatt Matheson because he can play first and second as well, and his hitting attributes aren't the worst. So we're gonna pick him, and then hopefully, okay, Jorge Polanco is awesome. Yerman Mercedes. Ooh, Travis Shaw. Oh my God. Okay, they're giving us really good picks. I think we need to go Travis Shaw here, and we can platoon him with CJ Cron. But I love Jorge Polanco. I always have, and I could put him at third base. Definitely not. Yerman Mercedes is good, but there's just no reason for me to get him. I don't have a weak spot at catcher. So when I look at situations like this, Jorge Polanco's a switch hitter. That's huge. Travis Shaw has crazy power versus righties, though. This is very tough. Travis Shaw's fielding 7. I'm going Travis Shaw. I'm going Travis Shaw. Got to. All right, now we're going to look for a guy. If we don't get a guy who plays third base better than Travis Shaw, we're going to look for a guy that can hit lefties to platoon with Travis Shaw. Jordy Mercer has decent hitting versus lefties. We're going to get Jordy Mercer. All right, right here, Jesse Winker. Wow, what a bench bat. What a bench bat. But Chris Taylor can play every position. We got to go Jesse Winker, man. He's one of the best hitters in the game. Jesse Winker is absolutely one of the best hitters in the game. We got to go Jesse Winker. Jorge Bonifacio, Billy McKinney. We're going to pick Sheldon Noose. He plays a bunch of secondary positions. Good fielding. Oh. Okay. Ryan Mountcastle is actually a really good pick. I'll use him. I'll platoon him with Travis Shaw. So this actually ended up being a really good team. A really good team. All right. So let me show you how I'm going to go about building this lineup. And then, of course, I'm going to play a game so you guys can see what we do. All right. Now, we got Jesse Winker. I might actually put Jesse Winker in. Dickerson has 44 fielding. Winker has 54. Yeah, Jesse Winker is going to be our starting left fielder. That's easy. At third base, we are going to put in Travis Shaw is going to be playing third base. His fielding's good, so we'll have Mountcastle. Boom, boom. Okay. So the way we're gonna do this lineup now, we're gonna definitely have Griffey batting leadoff. We're gonna have Ernie batting second. We're gonna have Jesse Winker batting third. We're gonna put Salvi batting fourth. Anthony Santander batting fifth. Glaber sixth. Travis Shaw. That was an easy way to do this lineup. That was very easy. It's set up well. Now, hopefully we get a righty starter and then we could trap him with Griffey, Banks, and Winker. So that's ideal. Mountcastle being able to play secondary position, left field, and third base. I could choose to either platoon him with Jesse Winker or with Travis Shaw, regardless. So if it's a lefty situation and I need to get Jesse Winker out of there and put in Ryan Mountcastle, we're doing it. But this bullpen is the highlight of this team for sure. We got Zach Britton. I mean, we have a very, very good bullpen right now. Okay, we have Blake Trinan and Shane Green. We have, it's looking okay, man. It's looking okay. I like to have my best guys at the top just to remind me who I got. So our bullpen is absolutely stacked, and that's what I want to prioritize when I'm playing. I know I can hit the ball. I know I can hit the ball with these guys. Everybody on this team I'll be able to hit the ball with. It's about getting the bullpen to support them. You want to keep, obviously, your opponents the least amount of runs as possible. That's the name of the game. And with pinpoint pitching, you want to take advantage of these good pitchers. So Shane Green, Blake Trinan, these guys are going to be my main dudes. Those are going to be the guys I use the most, along with Jake McGee and David Price. I'm going to probably use, I'll probably use Zach Britton more than David Price. I don't know. Just having a cutter lefty-lefty matchup is huge. And then we have Jake Arrieta, who has a sinker. We'll be able to start him occasionally. Turnbull also has a sinker. So we're looking all right now, man. This team is looking absolutely insane. All right, now let me go into it with you guys. Oh, and I'm going to give you one piece of information that people don't often know, okay? My player is a Reds guy. I don't know who that leads to. But if your silver guy is a guy from the NL East, if it's a silver on the Braves, the Mets, the Marlins, the Phillies, or the Nationals, it leads to Trout. All right, that means you're gonna have Trout as your 12 game. I don't have Trout, as you can see. I wish I did. So sometimes if I have a draft that I'm not that sure of, I'm like, maybe I should use it, maybe I don't. I'll check my win streak rewards. I'll see if I have an NL East guy, and if I don't, I'll just hit forfeit because, you know what I mean? If it's for Trout, you want to play it. That's an extra 200,000 stubs if you go 12 games. So yeah, definitely check that every once in a while. But right now we're going to go, and the first thing I'm going to go over with you guys is the team stadiums. Now, I'm going to give you guys a little piece of game. The reason why I'm playing at MLB stadiums when I'm home team, if you guys are on next gen, hey, and PS4 guys, cover your ears because you guys aren't going to be happy about this. Take advantage of your frame rates, all right? Take advantage of your frame rates on PS5. play at these MLB stadiums. They play just fine. If you play somebody else, maybe they don't get the same frames you have. Take advantage of the extra money you spent on your system. You know what I mean? Play at an MLB stadium. Get those extra frame benefits. Trust me, baby. Come on. We're gonna play at Chase Field. Maybe on PS4 it's okay, but you guys know that's just how I like to do. Now we're gonna find a game right here, and I'm gonna start this game off. Usually, when you play the first game of BR, there's a good chance you're gonna be facing somebody who's not very good. That's how it usually goes. So I don't usually waste a Shane Green, a Chad Green, one of these guys. I'm gonna go ahead and start TJ Antone. He still has a good enough pitch repertoire where I feel like I can get outs, but I'm also not wasting anybody that's super crazy. So we got TJ Antone. We're facing Posey. He's got Posey batting leadoff. So you know this guy doesn't know what he's doing. Let's see. He's 8-30. Now, let me give you my first piece of advice. When you're facing a gentleman who's 8-30, right? Here's what you do. I'm gonna show you what you do if you're facing a guy who's 8-30. I'm gonna show you exactly what you do. You're gonna press start, right? That's this button right here. You're gonna press start. You're gonna go over to manager. You're gonna go to bullpen. You're gonna find the 2 lowest overall gentlemen on your team. That would be him, and that just for fun, I'm gonna put in a lefty as well to get some platoon advantages. You're gonna warm up the 4th string boys. All right, because there's gonna be some garbage time in this game. And you're gonna throw pitches in the dirt like this. And he's gonna swing at it. Because he's 8-30. All right, now it sounds mean, but that's what he gets for showing you his record, and it's 8-30. We're not wasting any time, brothers. You know what I mean? We are just gonna throw in the dirt. We are not gonna give him any pitches to hit. We are not gonna waste any of our good guys. We are just gonna get through this inning. Why did he take a pitch? We are just gonna get through this inning, nice and easy. We're gonna try to not. So we're gonna warm up our best guys, right? We're gonna warm up Blake Trinan, Shane Green. We're gonna. He almost slapped a tag on his ass. Okay, so change of plans. Now we're gonna pitch to contact, try to get a double. Who is this man? Is he trapping me? Is he trapping me? Yes or no? Am I being trapped? TJ, are we being trapped, TJ? No, but in all seriousness, like against these guys, you don't want to give them any crazy pitches to hit. There's a good chance they're going to swing at pitches like that. Yeah, see, this is what an 8-30 guy does. This is what an 8-30 guy does. Look out for stuff like this, okay? Now he's got Jackie Robinson, which means there's 3 outs because Jackie Robinson doesn't know how to get a hit. And then we'll go and hit, and then I'll tell you guys kind of my approach there. Okay, now one thing I want to tell you guys about before we hit. I never use square. I never use power swing. You guys sometimes ask me if I use power when I play Battle Royale. I never do, okay? I'll tell you what I do right now. Right now, I use X. I use X all the time. All the time. Now, if I'm playing ranked sometimes and there's 2 strikes and I feel I might strike out, I will switch to circle. Now, this year, it's under everybody's impression that there's no difference in exit velocities with circle. So if you're somebody who's just trying to get used to this game and you're not very good at it and you don't know what you're doing, if you're not trying to strike out, try using circle on 2 strike counts to make sure you're not striking out, all right? Try using circle. It'll make your PCI bigger and hopefully will improve your gameplay. Now, right now, we get a man on first. The way I do my lineup, by the way, let me explain it right now. I have 2 lefties in the first 3 batters because usually you're going to face a righty to start the game. Jesse Winker has crazy bad hitting attributes versus lefties, but insane hitting attributes versus righties. So right now, as you can see, he started Michael Pineda. I get to trap Michael Pineda. He cannot take him out. He has to face Jesse Winker with that card. All right, now if he starts a lefty, I have guys on the bench that I could put in for Jesse Winker in an emergency. But I like to have 2 lefties in my first 3 so I could trap them. And then that's why I have Anthony Santander batting 5th. I'll sometimes have him batting 4th because I want him to have the platoon advantage no matter what when he takes out his starting pitcher and puts in his stud. Salvador Perez, I don't care what side he faces, Glaber, all of these guys. So that's why I do my lineup the way I do. So right now we are just looking for a pitch to crack. He has a bad pitcher in, so we're just waiting for a pitch to absolutely smack. All right, we're on All-Star. Michael Pineda is not a good pitcher, so, and I blew it. I literally did the opposite of what well, no, I waited for a pitch that I could smack. That's a pitch I should have smacked. I just got stupid. But we knew we were getting a fastball 3-0. We tried to take advantage of it with our best hitter. Now, Jesse Winker, this is what I'm explaining to you. He can't take out Michael Pineda. He has to face Jesse Winker. And that's usually what's going to happen when Jesse Winker is up versus a righty. That's the sweet sound of sex right there. We're going to go home. We're going to keep that man on second. And we're up 1-0 now. Now, what you want to do, obviously, you know you want to get as many runs as you can. But you want to get as many runs as possible to where you don't have to worry about using any of your good bullpen guys. Now, this guy's 8-30, so I already wasn't going to use my bullpen guys. But even if you're facing somebody who's like 102, he's 8-30, by the way. Can you tell? Even if you're facing a guy who has 100 wins and 2 losses, if you go up by 10 runs, there's a good chance you're going to be able to use your guys that aren't very good. So I try to go up by at least 6. If I go up by 6, I know I'm pretty safe and I can start warming up some of my not very good guys. That's very unfortunate. There's going to be some of those in BR, so be prepared for those. Now, usually a regular player that you're playing is going to be having one of his glitchy bullpen guys in right now. He does not have his glitchy bullpen guy in. He still has Michael Pineda. I think he thinks that Michael Pineda is going to suddenly start shoving. But we hit a 3-run tank with Gleyber Torres. We're up 4-0 against this guy. I think I would pitch Betty White if she was in my bullpen right now. If Betty White was in my bullpen, I would not only put her in, I would ask her to throw lefty, so she could ice her left arm and still be fresh on her right arm, because this guy's not gonna score, and he ain't scoring 4 runs. You got to pay attention to your opponent's record so you can strategize properly. This is gonna be a bloodbath from here on out, by the way. I'm going to try to make the game as quick as possible, because with freezes and blue screens and stuff like that, you want to get the game done quick. You don't want to be too cute. Against a guy like this, I know he's not going to be scoring any runs, so I know I don't need to be padding the lead. So at a certain point, you just start bunting. But right now, we're just going to swing at stuff like that, swing at everything, hit some hard ground out, still try to stay in a groove for our next few games. And I'm taking out TJ Antone immediately. He's not one of my best pitchers, but he's a good enough pitcher to where I want to save him. We're putting in TJ. Damn! Maybe this guy's my best pitcher. He has a sinker and a cutter. Even my garbage squad, even my my garbage time squad got glutes, man. Oh, look at this. This sinker's about to move and groove. Okay. Well, we're not going to sign him to the 10-day. As I told you, even with the common guys, we're going to try not to give him anything to hit again. Clearly, I did that the first time. Yep, I mean, I told you he's 8-30. He's going to be doing things like this. This is our second time we've got him on that. So, when you're 8-30, you're going to be doing things like that. I should almost walk him because, yeah. He'll somehow find a way to get out on the base pass, so we're all right. He'll somehow find a way. I feel like I should just throw a pitch in the dirt and just throw him out at first. Let's actually give that a shot right now. We're going to see just how 8-30 he is. Why didn't he do it? Let's give it one more shot. That's how you play somebody who's 8-30. This is the best tips I could give you guys, man. It's the best tips I could give you. Don't try to get too cute, man. If you're facing a guy's 8-30, you treat him like he's 8-30. Don't feel bad for your opponent. If he can't take a pitch, don't let him win the game. You get what I mean? It ain't his first time playing. He's played 38 games. There we go. He has Michael Trout batting 7th, by the way. Don't do that. But I'm not taking out my pitcher. We're getting this game done as quick as possible. Also, another good piece of advice I could give you, if your pitcher's up, try to hit home runs with your pitchers. Because if you hit a home run with your pitcher, that's a good feeling. Okay, now we're on the home stretch. It's the bottom of the third. We're not going to be worried about our bullpen. We're not going to be worried about anything. We're just going to throw Chad with TJ Zyke, and we're going to try to get this game done without using anybody else in our bullpen. That is the goal. The goal is to use as little people in your bullpen as possible because you just want to save them. You got a 12-game run. You got to be cautious with these dudes, man. And all I know is I went this whole game. I'm not going to have to use Blake Trinan. I'm not going to have to use Shane Green. I'm not going to have to use Chad Green. Any of my good lefties. We are just vibing right now. I do not know what just happened, but it ended up working. There we go. We get 2 quick outs. And you know what? I'll even play another game after this just to show you guys maybe a regular game that how I strategize with my actual bullpen. Like in a normal game where a guy's not 8 and 30. And there we go. We get the win. We're 1-0. Good start to the run. Don't use any of the bullpen guys. We are very happy to see that. Now we go into our next game. Hopefully we face somebody a little better, but we still want to smack them. Okay, now this game we didn't have to use anybody. Let's go with you know what? I'm going to show you a strategy that I do. A lot of people like to stack lefties just like I do. I have 2 lefties in the first 3. Let's hope that he's a guy like me. I'm starting Zach Britton. We're going to try to take advantage of it. Hopefully he has a crazy lefty in his first 3. Let's see. We want to see 2 lefties in his first 3 batters. We're facing D-time Charlie Blackmon, Mike Trout. Okay, so he does have 1 lefty to lead off the inning. We are home. Let's see what his record is so we can judge it accordingly. 11-0. Quite the opposite. Quite the opposite of 8 and 30. Okay, so now we're messing with the guy who actually knows how to play clearly. He's 11-0 in ranked seasons. That is very impressive. So what we're going to do, we're warming up Jake McGee. We're warming up Shane Green. All right, I'm home. I want to use my studs right now. I didn't have to use anybody, so we got game right now. Now we're just going to try to pitch him to soft contact. It's hard to get strikeouts on Battle Royale because it's all-star. So what we try to do is just pitch to spots where he has to swing, but he's not going to make the best contact. This is one of my favorite pitches to throw this year. Mostly, I mean, that's just unlucky. You know, sometimes you get a perfect. It's not going to happen. Now, pay attention to the splits, right? So when we're warming somebody up, Gurriel is better against lefties. Trout's better against righties, obviously. And then start paying attention when it comes to 4, 5, 6, so you know which guys you're going to bring in. Got to always know what part of their what part of their lineup's up, you know, what his strong parts are. Try to pitch towards a double play here. And that's exactly what we get. In All-Star, a lot of these pitches look juicy and a lot of people are super hungry. So you throw a pitch like that, you get the double play. It's exactly what we wanted, obviously. And it's a good start, man. Mike Trout's very dangerous, but we throw a perfect pitch and get him out. So dude's undefeated. We got to be careful with him, but that's a very, very good first inning. All right, now we got to focus on hitting. Against a guy like this, you got to be patient. Wait for your pitch. Swinging crazy. Wait for that pitch that you know you can hit a home run off of. All right, any borderline pitches, even if you know it's a strike, there's no need to swing, man. There's no need to swing. You're usually facing a silver or a bronze pitcher. There's no reason to swing. Get your guys on base. Just like that, baby. We knew we were going to get a pitch. He doesn't want to walk us to lead off the inning, obviously. He throws us a meatball. We have Ken Griffey Jr. against a bronze or a silver righty or whatever. Of course, we're going to clap it. It's a good start. We already have momentum. We already have the advantage. We're home. And we're going to try to pile on and get more runs. And that's what we do right there. Now, that's a pitch. I just went against what I said. All right? You don't want to swing at that first pitch. That wasn't a good pitch to swing at. But I tracked it well. I figured I would hit it well, and we just swung at it. Sometimes I don't even follow my own advice, honestly. Like that right there. You know what I mean? But you get in kind of a groove. That's why I'm trying to tell you guys to try to stay away from that. I try to stay away from it. Sometimes I mess up. Right now I'm messing up. But as soon as I have one strike, I kind of give myself the green light. Right now we're 0-2, so we got to be protective. It's the complete opposite of how we are in the 0-0 count. We got to be protective. And that's a good swing. That is a phenomenal swing. That is a Jesse Winker versus a righty swing. We hit back-to-back-to-back tanks to start off this inning. He dotted us. I mean, there's not much you can do, man. You throw a dot like that, you expect to get an out, but sometimes you just don't. Now, who is this? Rysel. So this is a glitchy guy. This is a guy that you definitely want to be careful with what you're swinging on because he has a really glitchy release. So it's going to be hard to really recognize a good pitch. This is a guy that you want to make work. You want to get his pitch count super high so you can get his confidence down. You know what I mean? Get everything flowing. Or else your jaw, the hitting is going to be hard. Especially if you guys aren't used to BR. I still struggle against Rysel Iglesias. The beauty is we're getting him in the game while we're up 3. You know what I mean? He's going to have to pinch hit for him. So we're not going to have to face Rysel in a huge spot. Yeah, he just has a glitchy release, man. It's hard to read the pitches right away, even on All-Star. So he's definitely a good pitcher. If you guys have a chance to draft Rysel, even though he doesn't have a sinker or cutter, definitely pick him. See, right now I'm gonna follow my shit. I'm not even gonna swing out until there's a strike. See, that's a good pitch, but that's a pitch that I could have easily swung at and like grounded out to short or something like that. Now it's a 1-1 count. Still gonna be cautious. Still gonna only swing at something that we know we can smack. If it's a borderline pitch, unless we think we're gonna murder it, no chance to swing. No reason to swing. We're gonna look for fastball right down the middle. And he didn't throw it. It's a good pitch selection by him. I could have smacked that. I just messed up on my PCI a little bit. It's my fault. All right. He gets out of it. Now we got to remember, we're only up 3. That's not a lot in BR against a guy who's undefeated. That's not a lot. So we got to stay focused. Stay focused. We're not going to use Zach Britton right now because he has Adley, who's reverse splits, but he has a Bo and Vlad. All right. Oh, actually, but they're not that much better. You know what? I'm gonna keep in Zach Britton until he gives up a base runner. That's what I'll do. If he gives up a base runner, we'll take him out because we have 3 runs, so that's enough to kind of work for it. If we give up a solo jack or something, it's not the end of the world. We're not guaranteed. We don't have to face a 3 batters, so we can kind of be smart about this. If I walk him, that's not smart. But what I am gonna do, since I'm up 3, I'm gonna warm up somebody that's not Shane Green. I really like Shane Green. I'm gonna warm up somebody like Cody Hewer because I might not need somebody that's super crazy if I'm scoring the way I am and if I'm up 3 already. I'd rather him hit a home run than me walk him, 100%. But sometimes you just mess up, and that's what I did. See that sinker, 99 miles per hour. That is a fast sinker. As a fast sinker, we jam him right there. There we go. That's a very good start. Now, Vlad is definitely a double play contestant, so we're going to try to pitch around him, get him to swing at another pitch like that. Hopefully get him to roll something over, get a double play. That's an ugly hit. And you're going to see a lot of those in BR, and you can't get mad at yourself because there's nothing you can do about that. It's just a bad hit on a good pitch. Sometimes they reward that. You just got to stay focused and try to get out of the inning. A very late hit, that means you did your job. You got him looking dumb, and there's nothing you can do. There we go. We get an out. Not on the very good pitch, but if you get out of this situation and he only gets 1 run, then you're happy. Especially since, you know, you have more at-bats than him. You're home. You're not using any of your crazy studs yet. Right here, Lupo's way better against lefties. He might take him out. Even if he puts in a righty right here, that's good against lefties. We used 2 pinch hitters already for him. And not only that, but he has his pitcher spot up next. So we'll have to use another pinch hit spot. So we're going to pitch around him right here. And he swung out a pitch that, I mean, it was a good hit. Oh, wow, he went to third. All right, so now he has runners on the corners, but he has to use another pinch hitter. This guy is getting some of the worst hits I've ever seen in my life, and there's nothing we can do about it. We're just going to keep doing our thing, getting him to take horrible swings, and hopefully we can get out of it. So we're still up 1. We did our job that whole inning. We got him to take horrible swings. Sometimes it gets rewarded, but you just got to hope that in the long run they don't reward it, you know? We got to face Garrett Crochet. He's going to be throwing a lot of fastballs. This is what I was telling you about. We got Travis Shaw. We're going to put in Ryan Mountcastle to face the lefty. Actually, we'll use Jordy Mercer. My God. He's killing lefties today. We'll use my boy Jordy. We got backup third baseman on the bench that we could put in after. Oh, and by the way, it is all situational for my bullpen, right? So you've seen me. I put in Cody Hoyer or Hewer, whatever his name is. Now, it's a 1-run game. I'm going to put in my best guy. Shane Green's going to come in next inning. There's no doubt about it. And we're gonna hope that if we get 6 runs, then we'll take Shane Green. Geez, what a pitch. If we get 6 runs, then we'll put Shane Green, we'll rest him, and we'll pitch one of the bad guys. But for right now, Shane Green's gonna be coming in. CJ Crone is an absolute animal. Jeez, I mean, we weren't really on that, so we're lucky that we get rewarded for that. But CJ Crone is just an absolute beast, and on All-Star, he's gonna be doing stuff like that sometimes. Ryan Mountcastle, another good bench bat. That's a good rip. That's a very good rip. Very good swing. He dotted that pitch. I'm sure that's exactly where he wanted it, but we were just able to get to it. Ryan Mountcastle. So we're up 3 now. This is what I'm talking about. Now we're getting in a situation where we can maybe consider resting Shane Green. You know, it's still a save opportunity. It's still only up 3, so we're not too safe. I'll probably still use him because I have Blake Trinan and all my other good guys still for next game. Ooh, definitely got all of that one, but just as a ground out. All right, so yeah, I've made up my mind. We're going Shane Green. We're going Shane Green. He has 2 righties up. There's no reason to not do it. We're facing a guy who well, actually, I mean, he wasn't hitting very well, but still. We're gonna put Jordy Mercer. We got Sheldon. He plays 3rd primary, silver fielding, perfect. We're just gonna try to dot him up with Shane Green. Throw as little pitches as possible. Try not to work around him, throw a lot of balls because we want him to be as rested as possible for emergency situations in other games. This guy's... Oh my God. And we throw the perfect pitch ever, man. Literally the most perfect pitch ever to Mike Trout. You get him, ground into another double play. Literally a perfect full count pitch. Bases are empty. We have 2 outs. We're not in the heart of his order anymore. It's just the best case scenario ever. I'm gonna try to perfect him right here. There we go, baby. We get it done. We win by 3. Shane Green comes in, does exactly what I was hoping he would do. That game goes exactly how I basically wanted it to go based on how I was describing it to you guys. So that's how I go about BR. We hit the back-to-back-to-back tanks too to start it off, so that was nice. We're 2-0 on this run. It starts off well. And yeah, man, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys kind of understood what I was trying to tell you guys. If you guys have any questions, make sure to leave comments below. I'll try to answer as many of them as possible, but we got a lot of cool viewers who are really good at this game as well. You will get answers if you're new to this game. So make sure to show some love. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Good luck going 12-0. All right, guys. Peace.